The worst waste of time is arguing with fanatics or fools. That's where the truth doesn't matter. And I stand by it next time we'll meet in a non-public place. And well...
All journalistic. If my husband doesn't dare to sue, I will sue.
Israel Vallarta and Ciro Gómez Leyva had a heated confrontation live that ended with Vallarta leaving the studio and throwing bills at the host. In this video, I explain what happened in the interview and why Vallarta warns that he will take the case to court. Israel Vallarta, who spent more than 20 years in prison without ever receiving a ruling and was acquitted in August 2025. He appeared on the show Por la Mañana on Radio Formula to respond to Ciro Gómez Leyva after the journalist called him a kidnapper several times. At the beginning of the interview, Vallarta stated that the accusations against him were the result of a setup orchestrated by the authorities and reproached Ciro for continuing to refer to him as guilty despite his acquittal. To express his point of view, he used a metaphor. He compared life to a restaurant where each person can order whatever they want from the menu, but in the end, everyone always has to pay the bill. So, with that analogy, he stated that this would be the first and last time he would see Ciro in the media, as he assured that their next meeting would be before a court.
Life is like a restaurant, sir. We can order whatever we want from the menu, but in the end, we have to pay the bill. Look, this is the first and last time we see each other in public media. The next ones will be before a court, sir.
After listening to Vallarta's statement, Ciro Gómez Leyva defended his actions. He clarified that he is not a public prosecutor or a judge, but a journalist, and asked Vallarta if he was really willing to listen to his version of the events. The journalist then summarized his position in 3 points. First of all, he stated that for years he has been critical of the Mexican justice system for allowing a person to remain in prison for so long without receiving a sentence. So he regretted that Vallarta had gone through that situation. Secondly, he stated that he believes in the testimonies of the alleged victims and that for that reason he remains convinced that Israel Vallarta is guilty. Thirdly, he argued that legal truth does not always coincide with historical truth. Finally, he questioned the legitimacy of the judges who acquitted Vallarta by pointing out that they obtained their positions through so-called cheat sheets during the recent judicial election process.
As a journalist, I believe in the testimonies of the victims, not in your case, nor in any other. For me, for this program, legal truth means historical truth. And even less so when, in your case, you were acquitted by a judge who got the position through a so-called cheat sheet.
Meanwhile, the moment of greatest tension came shortly after. Once he finished reading his statement, Vallarta refused to participate in a direct debate with Ciro Gómez Leyva. Immediately afterwards, he got up from the table and left the studio, not without first stating that the worst waste of time is arguing with fanatics and fools who don't care about the truth. As he was leaving, a group of people who were with him threw bills at the host during the live broadcast, which they presented as a symbolic protest against the alleged media bias of the program.
The worst waste of time is arguing with fanatics or fools who don't care about the truth.
You are the owner of the truth. Questioning, listening to the victims is a lie.
I don't intend to get into an argument.
Let it be clear, you are standing up.
Of course, thank you. You're standing up. I stand by it. We'll meet privately next time.
All right then.
Although it seemed that the show would end after Vallarta left, the tension continued. His wife, Sainz, stayed in the studio and confronted Ciro Gómez Leyva directly, accusing him of having caused deep harm to her family with the coverage he did of the case. During the exchange, the journalist interrupted her several times, which increased the tension on the set even more, while the activist asked him for respect and demanded that he let her finish her statement.
Don't you know all the harm you're causing, Mr. Ciro Gómez Leyva?
They didn't cause any harm. It's all a big...
Mr. Ciro Gómez Leyva, may I speak, please?
No, ma'am, sit here. You sat here. Allow me to ask you a question.
I started speaking, Mr. Ciro Gómez Leyva. Fine. Then listen to me.
Later, Sainz stated that the truth about the case is still unknown and said that she will give Ciro a copy of the file. She also stated that the journalist's position is due to a conflict related to the fourth transformation, although she clarified that neither she nor her husband have any connection with that political project.
I'm going to get involved here so I can rub the file in his face. No.
I'm going to rub it in. Yes.
Yes, Mr. Ciro, because that's what you need from me.
This is a program.
They should stop it since you don't know how much you hurt people.
How did I hurt Mr. Vallarta?
He has an issue with door 4. It's not our concern.
And finally, she warned that if her husband decides not to take legal action, she will be the one to file a lawsuit against the journalist, considering that it's time to put a stop to this.
If my husband doesn't dare to sue, I will sue him. All right. I'm telling you this because this harm is affecting us too. You have the right. Us, Mr. Vallarta, it's your right. And that's enough. Stop with your falsehoods. Because you will have to prove this in court.
What do you think about this confrontation between Israel Vallarta and Ciro Gómez Leyva? Do you think the case should go to court? Tell me your opinion in the comments. And if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell.